right, Dee. We are
we up?
live, but we don't have anybody on yet, so.
Okay. Do you have it pointed at me, or are you looking
I
at
have
it?
it pointed at you.
Oh boy.
I wonder if the microphones are working.
They are blue. Everything's
Perfect.
blue. I would think everything's good.
Okay. Actually, we could just chit chat for a minute while we wait for everybody to come on. Hey guys. Yeah, I would like, maybe we could sit somewhere while we wait for everybody, but
We can sit on some
we
blocks
could
over there.
sit on some cinder blocks over
Yeah.
here. I feel like I'm kind of losing. Hey Rhonda. Hey Yvonne. Hey everybody. How about we just sit right here and then we'll wait for more people to come on. Hey Catherine. Let's see. Hey Tracy. Hey Janice. Hey Marcus. We are so glad you guys are here. Oh, I gotta turn my microphone around. I was holding it by this end.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
They're not going to. Hello, Illinois. Rhonda.
Hey Rhonda. Hey Linda from Indiana. Angela Webb. Hey Cheryl. If you guys will just make sure that you hit those likes and those hearts several times, that really helps. Hey Ernestine.
It is a beautiful afternoon here in Alabama.
It is
I
so
cannot
pretty.
believe how pretty it is.
It is so pretty. One of the things that happens on a beautiful afternoon is people will start to burn, and then it doesn't become a beautiful afternoon. And so today is so pretty and nobody is burning. And I know sometimes people have to burn, but I'm like, don't burn on the prettiest day.
Right.
Let's not burn on the prettiest day.
Hello, Judy. How are you?
Hey, Melissa from Arkansas, and Susan said, so happy you came on early.
Yes.
Yes. We were like, we wanted to get out here and show you guys the latest on the workshop. And so we wanted to like get out here before the sun went down. So we're going to wait till a few more people come on, and then we'll just turn this right around and kind of take you guys through. Not watch. Do y'all worry about me?
You'll watch. She'll talk. There we go.
Sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. Did you guys have a good day? I actually put my kitchen in order. The pantry.
She picked the pantry up from the office.
I did. So when we moved, I didn't have a kitchen, right? You guys remember all that? Didn't have a kitchen. And so I just boxed everything up and took everything to the office. And yeah, now that we have shelves in the laundry room and everything, I went early this morning and picked up all the boxes and then set a timer, D. I was like, I'm getting this done in an hour and a half. I believe in setting timers. And then, you never really know how long it's going to take, but I'm like, I'm doing it in like an hour and a half. So I set the timer, and then I went and got the kids, Luke and Piper, and we went and saw the Snow White movie.
Oh, did you?
It was good. You want to hold that for me? Because now I've decided I want to put this here again. Yeah, so saw Snow White. You guys seen Snow White? The live action? I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. Hey, Sue from Lake Placid, New York. And we've got Corky from North Carolina. Patty says, hi, Annie and Darryl. So glad to catch you live tonight. Love you guys. Tony says it's a beautiful day in WI is Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Okay. Hey, Yvonne. And Holly's from North Carolina. All right. So, Clint is back.
He's back.
And I've been trying to get out here in the morning so that he can kind of tell you what he's going to be doing. And then we thought that we would show you what happened today. So do you want to talk about it? Do you want to turn the thing around?
I'll turn it around and follow you, and you can talk about it.
Or actually, why don't I follow you?
Okay.
Because now that we have our microphones on, you can kind of walk out.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you guys ready to see?
So there's the beautiful sunset over the church right across the street.
We love it. We love it so much. All right, and I posted a picture of Piper and Luke and I, and we worked so hard, and we got all of those bags. Woo, that was a lot of work. Okay.
Something about the South, and I'm sure others have this issue, but in the South it hits us a little sooner. All of our vehicles turn yellow.
Yes.
From all the pollen, and it it kicks my trash every
Yeah,
year.
Darryl
So,
struggles with it every year. Okay, you want to walk through some of what's going on?
so we have some holes here. This will be for the 4x4 beams that are going to go up, and this will be the carport right here, here, and here.
Okay.
And the
Hold on a
footer-
minute, Darryl. I'm going to show them. So we've got this stuff was delivered. So we're going to have blocks for the bottom half of the workshop, right?
It's not really half, but probably for the first foot.
Okay.
Create that strength around the
And
bottom.
then come back here though, because I don't know. Is this
This?
what is it? Wire fencing? What is this called? Do you know? Is it some kind of a?
Right now, I can't think of the name, but what it's going to be is inside of the 2x4s. So when they pour the pad, this will be in the pad.
Okay, that's right, to create the support.
Strengthen the cement.
Got it. Okay.
So
All right. So this will be the carport area. I'm sorry.
sure it has a name, and I can't think of it. So
I know.
I'm sure somebody knows what it is.
Somebody probably does know. Okay. Continue on, sir.
So, well, we got a trench around for the footing, right? Then I think, Annie, you showed that. Have rebar, 2 rebars going all the way around, and then one for the ground for the electricity that's going to come in. Now, there was an inspection that took place. I think it took place this morning. Was it this morning?
It was this morning. Yep, I
Golly,
pulled up.
time flies when you're having fun. And the trench failed the inspection.
On the back part.
Just on this trench here, and it required the guy to come back out that had the equipment and dig further. And on this end, he dug about a foot, and then probably the last 6-8 feet, it looks like he went about 2 feet down. It failed because it was just too soft.
So if you guys can see right here, that part of it right there is up higher, and then we came down a foot right here because this was just softer back here. And then I'll come over here where Darryl's talking about. So really, all of this dirt is the new dirt that came from this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. But anyway, so this is just a lot deeper back here. And just trying to get it right so that this can be supported.
So he's going to have to come back out, guy with the city, and inspect again. And we have to pass that inspection before the cement can be poured. And I believe Clint said this morning on the video that it's scheduled for Friday morning. Did you hear that? I think that's what he said.
Actually, you know what? We get it all mixed up. Clint will tell us what it is. I'll try to come out here in the morning. But I felt like that. So Shannon is a guy. He's from the county. And he came out here and inspected it. And he was so nice. But he said it was just a little too soft back here. So we asked, Double R is their names. And it's this guy named Junior and his dad and his cousin who... he is the one who they're amazing. They do this great work, and they came back out to do this. So, and then I thought that they were maybe going to start pouring concrete tomorrow.
They can't do it
but
before the
maybe
inspection.
not. Well, Clint was hoping he'd be out first thing tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So that would happen. So,
okay.
Anyway, but, you know, we don't have to worry about that because Clint does.
Yeah.
So
He's got it.
And Clint worked really hard today. As you guys can see, all of these rebar pieces are bent. So he was out here just getting everything bent and everything lined up. It was a lot of work. I said, Clint, do you need any help? And he said he had it.
And I'm sure he did.
And he did. And I was happy because rebar is heavy.
It's heavy, and that'll go through the blocks. So the center blocks will go over that and
Right.
strengthen the center blocks.
Right. And there'll be concrete poured there too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how do you feel about it?
I'm excited. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be a whole new world.
It's going to be great for you, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I feel like singing. What is that Disney song? A Whole New World.
A whole new world.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
think it's
right?
Aladdin.
Remember seeing it with the kids.
Yeah. 452,000
times. So.
That is true. We'd get a new video. We'd get that video.
Just wear it out.
And just wear that thing out. That's right. That is right. Okay. Judy is asking if this is a garage. This is actually a workshop.
Workshop.
With a carport.
Carport on the front part.
And
eventually, let's show them this.
Okay.
Eventually, I'm going to come out to probably about right here. Maybe a little bit further. Okay. And pour another pad, and it'll just be right on top of dirt. I'll level it out, and it'll be for,
parking various and sundry things.
Lawnmowers and kayaks and all the wood equipment, all the yard equipment. Maybe that's a better way of saying it. The wood equipment will be inside.
Right.
The yard equipment, I'll build some type of cabinetry for that out here. So. That's eventually. That's down the road. So.
Yeah, but it's so great. So excited for you.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to be able to get back in here and just start building with your tools and getting it all organized.
Yeah.
Darryl has always loved having his own space just to go tinker.
That's it.
And all the things. So.
I am excited about it. It's going to be wonderful.
Anything else you want to say about this?
It's going to be really nice to have this carport here too. And there will be there'll be a garage door here.
Right.
I don't know where he's going to come in at.
And there'll be a door. So there'll be a garage door and a door. And it's like a one-car garage, kind of a wider one-car garage.
Yeah.
So that Darryl you can, like if you make a farmhouse table and you sell it.
If I need pull something big out of there, I need a big door to take it out of. So
exactly. So good.
Yeah.
Excited for you. Oh my gosh. You should see how pretty, look how pretty the sky is behind you in the camera.
Oh,
Isn't
is
that
pretty.
so pretty?
Yeah.
Lori said, how soon do they think they can have it finished?
Now, the conversation I had with him, not yesterday, the day before, he said it's probably going to be about 6 weeks to get it done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, right now, not having anything, 6 weeks seems like tomorrow. So I'm excited about that.
I know, I am too. Hey, Tabby, in the kitchen with Tabby. If you guys are not following her, make sure you are. She said, so excited for you, Dee.
Yes. Thank you so much.
We are excited. Patty said, so exciting. I'm so happy for you, Darryl. Melinda
Thank you,
said,
Patty.
congratulations.
Thank you.
I know. I'm happy for you, too. That's going to be great. I feel like I've got my spot in the house with the kitchen,
You have a beautiful kitchen to work in.
When Aunt Lynette was here and my cousin Stephanie and all of her kids, we just could move around in there and we just worked and made recipes and baked, and I was baking and they were cooking, and we had plenty of room.
Yeah.
It was really nice. So nice. Hey, Tangelia, I love you. We got to meet her and she was so fun. She said, so excited for you, Darryl.
Thank you, Tangelia. Appreciate it.
Yes, and Yvonne said that she's excited. Look at all of you guys saying you're so excited. Thank you so much.
Now, she said something about retiring soon. Is that what she said?
It will be great for retirement.
There
too.
you go. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes. And I know one of the things that you're excited about is, so Luke and Piper live close, and Ashley is close, and Dave, and they built farmhouse tables. They built the table that's right up there on the back porch. They built farmhouse tables while they were in college, and Ashley did other really neat things that she sold. And she's like, hey, Dad, am I going to be able to come and, do stuff? And so
we had a fun conversation the other night. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing with it. She goes, Dad, do you have a skill saw? I said, well, yeah, I've got like 3. She goes, you have 3? I said, yeah. She goes, I think I have it wrong. A scroll saw. Do you have a scroll saw?
Scroll saw.
I said, no, sweetie, I don't have one of those. So, gonna have to get a scroll saw.
Well,
actually, what I would like is a bandsaw more than anything. That's like number 1 on my list to purchase. So,
that's funny. Someone said, let's see, somebody said something about you shaving. Linda said Darryl didn't like looking young. He stopped shaving.
it's just a.
It comes and goes.
And now with all these allergies, I'm like, I don't even feel like messing with it now. So.
Yeah. And Debbie's on. Hey, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie.
Lori said, when is your surgery date? It is scheduled for May 28th. It's scheduled for the end of May because school will be out. So Diane said, so happy for y'all's extension from Louisiana. Thank you.
Thank
we
you
are
very
excited
much.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's moving along, and it's, to have Clint
Now,
here.
my beard, or you? Oh, you're talking about that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Just kidding.
But to have Clint here, it's just great. Like when he shows up, he really is just so organized with all of his things.
It brings a feeling of peace, like everything's under control.
Yeah.
You know it's going to be done, and it's going to be done correctly, and that's a wonderful thing. So.
And they did find, and I actually, just so you guys know, again, you know how much we love like just sharing little businesses. But so when Clint does a little video, then I do, he has a page called Dream Builds where he's been posting stuff. And then this Double R, the people who did the excavating, oh my gosh, you guys, they were like, oh, we do more than just dig holes. They build beautiful things with concrete and stone. And I mean, I looked at their page last night. I was like, this is beautiful.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, if you guys just like looking at home stuff and beautiful stuff, which I know you do, I tagged Double R also in Dream Builds. So anyway, I'm just saying all that to say, y'all just go over there and look at some of their stuff. Like them if you want to. It's funny because Clint's gotten really brave getting on the camera. And Junior is just this wonderful guy, probably in his maybe early 30s. He's got a set of twins. And I was like, okay, Junior, I'm out here with my camera. You want to get on the camera? And he was like, no. But they're so good at their craft. So we love sharing them. So anyway, let's see if we can answer any questions that you guys might have. Marcia said, your weather looks so nice there. We have 48 here and down to 31 in New Jersey.
Wow. Sorry about that.
It's
about 70 right now.
It started getting nice. Last week when Stephanie and Lynette were here, it was cold. We were walking around, woo! But it's saying something if I have on short sleeves, because that's not very common for me to do that. Helen says, hello from Louisiana. Sue said, we will be thinking and praying all goes well for you, Miss Annie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carolyn said she cannot wait. Nancy said, hi, sweet friends, just coming on now. So good to see you guys. Nancy, we're so glad that you're here. Bonnie is sending love from Utah. Well, welcome. So glad that you're
Bonnie.
here. Okay, Lynn said, Jim is so jealous of Mr. D's shop.
Well, tell him to come on up here and look at it. Once it's done and all the equipment's in there, then come on up.
Yeah, Jim, you'll have to come hang out with D. Sherry said, we have lots of pollen in Arkansas.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my gosh. Yes. We have a lot. What size will the shop be, Darryl, when it's finished?
25 by 30. 25 by 30.
Does that include that doesn't include the carport?
No.
Okay.
No.
25 by 30.
Yeah.
Okay. Dawn said it's beautiful in Georgia.
I bet it is. Very comparable, right? We're right next to one another, so.
So I think Jeannie said, where are you storing all of your woodworking stuff?
I have 2 units, actually. Here in Columbiana, there's a storage unit.
2 storage units.
Two of them, and I can't wait to bust the lock and bring the stuff
and
home.
Get it all over here. It'll be so nice. I'm so excited for you. Let's see. Hey, Sheila from South New Jersey. Yes, NJ. Jana said, are you going to sell the hats with 22 on them? July 22nd is my birthday. Okay, you know what? I was thinking about this today, you guys. And I think I did a post. I think a post will be going up tomorrow. So I had this 22 hat made from the farm company, and I had another one made for my cousin Stephanie. She loves the number 22.
Stephanie actually played college softball, and that was her number in college softball.
So anyway, so farm company made this, and I was like walking around my house today. I'm like, it might be kind of cool to sell people's favorite numbers on a hat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you guys buy like your favorite number on a hat? I like it so much. Sweet little Stephanie started to cry. It was, and anyway, look for that post because I did a little post about it. It'll explain a little bit more, but that's a good question. Leona said 77 here and happy for you. Perfect. Hey, Sherry from Pocahontas, Pennsylvania. Love your videos. And we had snow this morning.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. That's crazy. Valina said, Miss Annie, why is the number 22 your favorite? I haven't heard this story. So my birthday is actually October 22nd, and I just love the number 22. And just whenever I see the number 22, I just think in my mind, you know, God is always working in my favor. And it's really amazing how the number 22 will just show up when I'm worried about something, concerned about something, just needing to feel God's love. I mean, last night I came to bed and I looked at the clock and it was 10:22, which is my birthday, 10:22. So I was like, thank you, God. He was like saying goodnight to me. So
Mary asked, what do I think my first project will be? And
Oh.
actually, I have been thinking about that. The first thing I'm going to build is a couch table. Is that what you call it? The table that goes sofa table goes across the back of the sofa. We have a lot of wood in that little shed over there, believe it or not, that came from the house, and I'm excited to work with that and make a nice long sofa table for inside the house.
Yeah.
Then my next project is going to be a bookshelf. We need one in the bedroom. We have a little indention where the door used to go into the other bedroom, from our bedroom to the other bedroom. There's a little natural indention for a bookshelf, and I'm going to build like an inset bookshelf there.
So do you guys remember, you know, how the ceilings were all lowered in the house, and then we opened all that up in the house, and so there were those big beams, and we showed you guys those. So that's what Daryl's talking about. He's going to use those beams to make the sofa table. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
I'm looking forward to that.
Lynn said, I think Jim just went to pack his suitcase, getting ready for the trip to the workshop. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Rebecca said 11/11 is always showing up for me.
Wonderful.
And Gail said my birthday is October 23rd. I love it. Barbara said my October 22nd is my younger brother's birthday. Also, he is very special to me. Oh,
that's nice.
I've always liked my birthday.
There we go.
We lost you for a second, but we're. Dawn said, "Hi, amazing hubby and wife. I love to watch your videos. What do you think's going on? Do we need to walk closer?
No.
We're trying to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if it's trying, but the Wi-Fi's off, so I don't. It's trying to do something. It's crazy phones, you know.
Technology. Marcia said, my favorite number is 13. My daughter and I were born on the same month in August.
Nice.
Or the same day in August. Yeah. Same day in August. Jane is in October 28th. Barbara said October 22nd was my dad's birthday.
Oh, cool.
I love it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you guys like numbers on a hat? I love this hat.
Yeah, I like it. It's a trucker's hat, but this is really soft.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's really, really soft. It feels like fabric.
I recently purchased a Florida State hat that looks just like that, but with a Florida State logo, and it's a trucker's hat. And I'll be excited to wear that when we start winning games again.
when they are, you gotta have faith in them.
I do
gotta
have
believe
faith.
it.
And Babs, she sent us a picture of her Ryan, her grandson, who was at the NFL combines, did really well, and then he had what was it? Something at Florida State. He had a plaque put in the.
Yeah.
So excited about draft day for Ryan Fitzgerald.
And Ryan is a kicker. Ryan's the kicker for
a field
Florida
goal kicker.
State.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was up for the. I can't remember what the award is called for kickers, but he was. I think he came in second as far as voting for that. So. Oh man, it was almost there.
Yeah, you're trying to think of it.
Yeah, I'm
Didn't
trying
get
to
it.
remember.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fun. Lynn said Jim wants to know if you are up to building a hydroplane. For sure. Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Fun.
Hi Vicky, Miss Annie. She says hi Miss Annie and Mr. D. Hey Vicky. Marie said you should follow Ben Napier and Dave Mars. They are craftsmen. Do you follow
cool.
any of them?
Those names don't ring a bell, but that doesn't mean I don't follow them. I follow a ton of people when it comes to working with wood. So,
Woodworking and all that. Yeah, he's always looking at that and watching that, which I've said to him, I'm like, once you get in that workshop, we need to set up a camera because you know what's going on in there and you guys he could show you some of that. So Tina says, I like the number 22. My birthday is June 22nd. She's from Louisiana. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love a girl that loves 22. That's for sure. So Linda said, is it possible to have the back patio poured while the building and carport are being built? Yes. Actually, I had a conversation with Clint about that. I think that's a great idea. Nancy said she wants a hat. Hello, how are y'all? Darlene asked about the timeline, and it's 6 weeks. It should be about 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
It is. I can't wait to get home and see where we're at every day. It's like unwrapping
like
a new
Christmas,
gift every
birthday?
day. What's next? What's next? So
That's so fun.
yeah.
Denise says the Mars are from Northwest AR, Arizona or Arkansas?
Arkansas.
Okay. Loretta asks if my surgery is scheduled this week. No, it's not until the end of May. May 28th is when it is supposed to be. Anna Rogers said HGTV.
Janice is from Ontario.
Ontario.
Cool.
It's cold and snowy.
I bet it is.
Deb said the NFL draft is here in Pittsburgh.
Is it?
That's
awesome.
fun.
Awesome.
That is fun. Dreama or Drema, your home is so beautiful. Thank you. And Brenda said, are you going to insulate the shop? Are you?
I think I'll end up doing that. I've been thinking, probably rolled. I don't know, maybe spray. I don't know. I've been thinking about doing it. Yes, I think so. It'll make it more comfortable during the winter and easier to cool in the summer. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Vicky said, Janice Morgan, sorry, but keep it all up there. She doesn't want the snow. She does not want the snow. For sure. That's funny. Mars and Ben shows are Fixer Upper and Small Town Makeover. They're great.
Oh, okay.
Listen, we love that stuff. Darryl and I will sit and we will watch Chip and Joanna Gaines, and we also love the Maine Cabin Masters.
Oh my gosh, they can do a ton with just a couple of bucks.
They're like, we're going to redo this entire house and the landscaping for $13,000. We're like, what? We're like, where are you from? I mean, it's amazing. We love them.
And they do beautiful work.
They're amazing. So. We would love to meet them someday. Maybe we should reach out to them and say, hey.
Did we stop by there?
Yes, the Napiers are from Laurel, Mississippi. We've been to Laurel.
Been to their shop, their store.
We bought a cookbook. That was awesome. And we drove around and we could see some of their houses. That was super fun.
Yeah,
but
beautiful town.
Okay, you guys, we know who Ben Napier is. Thank you for saying that.
Yes.
We have senior moments quite a bit. So, yes, we love Laurel, Mississippi. It is, if you get a chance to go through there, you totally need to. Which, by the way, can we talk about our little town? When my Aunt Lynette was here and Stephanie was here, we actually went early enough to go through all the museums that are here in Columbiana. There is the most amazing collection of George Washington stuff. It's the largest collection outside of Mount Vernon.
Yep.
Here in Columbiana. It is beautiful. It is so well taken care of. It is so beautiful. And Stephanie and Lynette and and their kids we loved it. And then we went to the old courthouse that's here. I brought my mom and Stella, but we walked in there like 2:45 and it closes like at 3. So this time I remembered we got to get there early. So we did that, and the kids just had the best time.
Yeah, it's neat.
It's just a neat place. So if y'all come through, make sure you go see all that stuff.
So the night is at Yvonne, is that right?
Yes.
So the night that we went into the storm shelter, did it get bad? Here in Columbiana, we were under a tornado warning watch, whatever.
We were in the Polygon.
We were in the Polygon. James Spann, who, if you know weathermen, he's like top of the heap here in the central Alabama. But he's like, go to your safe place. So we went, we were watching it. In the town that we used to live in, Calera,
right,
got hit by a tornado.
Yes,
so
not very far from our house at all.
About 8 miles down the road. So, and not very far from where we used to live. Yeah, that's correct. So
here's the truth, you guys. When it comes to tornadoes, Darryl was standing in front of the television. I was a nervous wreck. We were trying to play games with my aunt and uncle, and they're like, "Here, you're in the Polygon. If you're in Columbiana, get to your safe spot." And Darryl's still just watching the television, and I'm like, I'm out of here. I had on my raincoat. I was out the door, and my cute Aunt Janice was like, what are we doing, Darryl? Ben, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm gone. These boys can take care of themselves. I am over here. I can't do it. But it was so sweet because we had a total of 5 families, with us in the shelter.
6. I think it was 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
And it was amazing because Jeremy brought his kids and his wife, and it was I was very anxious about it. I don't know why, but I really was. And it was wonderful to be in there with these families and just feeling safe because we were in a safe spot. And just being able to just be with them, and we kind of made light of some funny situations, and Jeremy's just funny, and I don't know, it was just in a scary situation. It was good to be with these people. And you guys remember Asa, who lives behind us, and he's the Roper boy. He was in there with his mom and dad and their dogs and sister. I was going to say they
brought their pups, and anyway.
It was great. So
it
thanks
was
for asking.
Real sense of community in that little shelter that night. So
it really was. And then when it was over, we were all just like, whew, we all just came out. And thankfully and amazingly, we did not have anything going on here. Yeah. We didn't.
Sylvia, I love basketball. I played basketball up until I had a stroke, and then after my stroke, I did everything I could to get back on the basketball court, and I played for a few years, but then I tore a rotator cuff, and I have not played in a few years. But anyway, yes, love basketball.
Love basketball. Actually, and after the stroke, Darryl had the stroke, and we were trying to figure out rehab and where to go. And this lady sat down with me, and she was like, okay, what are your hopes and dreams for Darryl? And I said, he has to be able to play basketball again, because like he said, he'd been playing for 30 years, some of the same guys, and he loves it. And so anyway, that was the first thing I said, was he needs to be able to play basketball. And because of basketball, Darryl would go down to the church and just basically rehab yourself, because he couldn't play on the team yet. I think it took about a year, and for you to be able to play with the guys again. But yeah, and when Darryl turned 50, we actually, for his birthday, we went to the Final Four. So that was super fun. So big time. Could you share the name of the supplement drink packs that Darryl uses again, please? Yes, it is called Unicity, and Darryl drinks an Unamate drink, and also Balance. And we can put we can put a link to that in this post. But if you go to missannieshomeandkitchen.com /fiber, it will give you all of the information. And it has been a game changer for us.
Yes.
Seriously. Really, that's all I want to talk to you guys about, but I don't want you guys to feel like we're trying to sell you anything, because that's not our intention. But I use it, Darryl uses it, and it just helps us feel so good. And it's just really helped Darryl with his health. So we have a lot of answers now.
That's correct, Gay.
Yep.
Unicity is the name of the company. Unamate is the product that I use. And just go to missannieshomeandkitchen.com/fiber, and that'll take you to our landing page. And down at the bottom, there's a button that'll take you to the corporate page. So,
Yes.
somebody asked, I apologize, I didn't catch the name, but how long were you in that shelter that night? It was about an hour, wasn't it?
It was, 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, it was about an hour, and it didn't feel like an hour. It really, it was kind of like, we just visited, and
we killed a few wasps
Yes,
that came
we
out to
did.
visit as well.
Yes, we did.
You know.
And we were watching the news, watching the weather. And again, I think that's a good way. Darryl said there was such a sense of community on it for sure. So, anywho, well, you guys are wonderful. We love you. And the sun is going down.
It's actually probably in the 60s now.
Yeah,
it's cooled off a little bit.
It's getting cooler, and then the sun is going down. You can't tell how beautiful it is, but I think Darryl and I are probably going to head off to bed a little early.
Yeah, we're tired.
You headed off to bed early?
Yeah. Yes, I will.
Oh, will
Camellia?
Darryl said, well, Darryl, keep working when the workshop gets going.
I sure will. And I'll pull right up into my carport, get out, and go right into my shop and get to work every night.
I'm like thinking I'm not really going to see him, you guys. If we're going to do a live, we're going to have to go out there in the workshop. I think you're going to have a television out there. I think you're going to be watching basketball.
I have to get my own internet connection out there.
I will have to tell you guys, in our other house, when we lived on the other end of Main Street, Darryl had a workshop, and the kitchen window looked right to the backyard, and I could see the lights on in there, and Darryl would have the big door open. It had like a big barn door on it, and I could just see him in there, and he was just in hog heaven, and it made me so happy for him. Just, I don't know, everybody needs something that is theirs.
Right.
That's something they enjoy, and you love working with your hands.
I do.
All right, you guys, we love you. We're going to let you guys go. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with us. We just want you to know how much we love you, and we're going to remind you to be
stronger every day.
Know that you can do hard things. Have hope. Remember, everything is figure-outable, and we will see you guys next time. Love you guys so much. See you later.
Good night.
Bye.